my presentation, I'm doing Shigeru Miyamoto. You may not know about the person Shigeru Miyamoto, but when I tell you about what he's done, you won't be able to forget his name. Miyamoto was originally a designer who created the artwork around arcade machines. In 1980, Nintendo produced one of their first games, Radar Scope. This game did terribly. Because of this, Nintendo were left with thousands of Radar Scope machines. Nintendo then looked towards this young artist, Miyamoto, and said, "Hey, do you want to make a game? Because we have got all these leftover pieces of game machines." Miyamoto said yes. So Miyamoto got to work and produced Donkey Kong. This was a new sort of genre, platform. This opened up a massive gap in the market and inspired thousands of people. After this game, 1 in 3 games were platform because he brought jumping into the gaming world. Therefore, the character that you know as Mario was originally called Jumpman. And in 1985, Jumpman was now called Mario and was given his own game. This game was Super Mario Bros. And yes, this was also created by Miyamoto. Because of this game, it inspired almost every game designer out there. This is because he created power-ups and upgrades. In 1987, Miyamoto did it again. He made a revolutionary game, The Legend of Zelda. The thing that made Zelda different was the fact that you didn't play it to get a score, you played it to finish the game. Not only that, it was also the very first sandbox game, a free roam game, for you who don't know what sandbox is. The Legend of Zelda continued to be made by completely separating the arcade and the home. But Miyamoto didn't stop there, because in 1996 he brought out the very first 3D game, Super Mario 64. This game then proved that this was the end of 2D games. Soon after this, Shigeru Miyamoto created the game The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, which is said to be the best game of all time. Miyamoto was the first person to be elected to the Video Game Hall of Fame, but people say if it wasn't for Miyamoto, then there wouldn't be a Video Game Hall of Fame. Overall, Miyamoto produced 110 games, and all but 15 of them were extremely popular or well known. I believe that Shigeru Miyamoto is important in history because of the ways in which he has created new things which then shape the future. He has created an industry which has produced billions, if not trillions of dollars. Not only that, he has inspired almost every game designer there's ever been, and millions of others. Although other people may disagree with this because they may see him as an infamous person. Even if it was not his intention, he has inspired game designers that have brought violence into games, which has then produced more violence and crimes to be committed. So some people may have thought that he has done more bad than good, but I disagree with that. Now I've told you all this, but where's the proof? This is why there are sources. Now then, a games reviewer known as Jeff, who is also known for reviewing and starring on collegehumor.com, said, "If it wasn't for Miyamoto, then there might not have been a Video Game Hall of Fame." This enhances the importance of Shigeru Miyamoto, as it says how inspiring he has been to others. I believe this is a reliable piece of information, because he is a reviewer and doesn't take sides. A game designer, known as TJ, said, "Shigeru Miyamoto was producing these amazing games, and everyone else was just trying to play catch-up." This shows that Miyamoto was ahead of the game, which indicates how much of a genius he really is. Although this information isn't very reliable, because this game designer might over-exaggerate Miyamoto's importance. In The Great Man of History theory, it says, "Heroes shape history through their vision of their minds." Miyamoto fits this saying perfectly because of the way he has advanced technology. It then says, "The beauty of their art." I believe that Miyamoto has definitely produced art because of the beautiful things that he has created. It then went on to say, "Their divine inspiration." Shigeru Miyamoto definitely fits into this description because of the immense amount of people that he has inspired. I hope that you enjoyed my presentation on Shigeru Miyamoto, and I definitely hope that you remember his name.
Thank you so much for playing my game.